Silva, it's Rey Skywalker, okay? You can't do anything about that. You can't change that at this point. You just got to accept it, okay? Welcome back to the Punch It Chewie podcast. It's good to see you again.
Oh my god.
I don't know why I have my own camera. For real.
Oh my god.
Silva's like the parrot from Tiki Room.
Oh my god.
Quit talking while I'm interrupting.
Yeah.
That's him.
I've only seen that show actually once, but I don't remember.
You've never been to
once.
Tiki Room?
Well, I've only been there once, but then I don't remember.
Oh my god.
It's really good. We just
I know. I like the show, but I can't like distinguish like you can. Like, oh, this parrot said this.
No, well, every time we go, it's like, well, let's get a Dole Whip and sit in the Tiki Room.
That AC, it's different on a hot day.
It does. It really does.
Actually, that one time I went, it was with you guys.
Yeah?
That's the only time you've been to the Tiki Room?
Yeah. Actually, a lot of shit that we did was the very first time we did shit. But let's get on with the starting of the
So
podcast.
You're a lot of Silva's firsts?
I'm a lot of Silva's firsts.
Bruh. Someone clip that. Oh my God. That's how he really wants to start the podcast.
I didn't say that. You said it.
Please help me in the comments.
All right, let's start the show.
Any hoomst.
Let's start the show. Let's see. You good? All right.
You know you're the daddy of the internet, right?
I call Pedro Pascal a DILF and think he's my cool, slutty father.
Oh
Bruh.
my god.
Yep.
He doesn't know.
Oh my god.
Cool, slutty daddy.
He did not. He's like made that his whole like persona.
We're all fine
for
here.
He's
No,
just
thank you.
accepted.
How are you?
Yeah.
I love it.
His agent is like, father figure, take it.
That's like the only thing he gets cast as now. He's the daddy of all daddies.
Hey, someone's got to be the daddy. That's my joke.
Oh my
But
god.
did he take Vader's?
Oh no. No one can take it. No combat.
Punch it.
There we go. Welcome back to the Punch It Chewie podcast, everybody.
Welcome.
It's good to be back.
Yeah.
We just got a new episode of Bad Batch today.
Mm-hmm.
We got some. I mean, I didn't have a lot of clips planned.
No.
But from my understanding, is for the first time, this whole time, you guys actually
First time.
Well, since
That's
we've
a
been
lie.
back. Since we've been back, you can't.
Okay. Since we've been back, yeah.
Since we've been back.
Since you began.
So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what you guys brought.
I have a mix of like Star Wars stuff and then just like random funny stuff. But
All right, so we're gonna get on this.
I want to see your guys' reactions.
We're gonna start with Bella or with me?
Oh, we're starting with clips,
Might
or
as well, might
here
as
let's start with Bad Batch.
Okay, yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure that's what people want to hear first.
The actual conversation, not just memes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Oh, what?
That's the clip.
That's the clip.
I am your cool, slutty daddy.
Oh my god, you didn't. I have a feeling like these little soundboards, just like you play the video and then you just snip it while it's playing. I don't know. It looks cool. It's like, you were that prepared? I was like, damn.
I just did it.
That's all
Really?
he wants the podcast for.
Literally
that
just for the
fast?
soundboard.
Just for the soundboard.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Again, my guy.
I'm gonna delete that one.
That's staying.
Go ahead and
Staying.
delete that one.
Oh my
Hate
god.
you.
But yeah, okay. So Bad Batch episode 3, 4.
Third week.
Fourth
episode.
Fourth episode.
Damn.
Yeah. I loved it. Like, at first, I was like, I don't know how I feel about it being like a little side quest because, like, there's only Omega, Tech, and Wrecker in this episode because the other guys are like off doing something else. But like, I was like, okay, it's probably just gonna be like a fun little story.
I'm listening. I'm just dying.
You okay?
I'm choking.
Do you need water?
I'm fine.
Okay.
It's okay. It helps
I'll
the
put it
views
here
choke.
just in case.
Just in
So
case.
you don't die. Anyways, before I was rudely interrupted.
Sorry, go ahead.
What was I saying?
That,
Oh yeah. That it was like a side quest But I loved it. It literally felt like Star Wars Mario Kart.
Bro, yes.
It was
literally,
similar to pod racing, but more so like...
Yeah.
It felt like Mario Kart.
At first, I thought it was... I like heard the sound effect.
I think
was
they
like,
did that on
it's pod
purpose.
racing.
Yeah.
They're pod racing.
Yeah.
They
And
juked us.
You can't.
Silva doesn't watch the episodes, so might as well mute your mic.
Damn. No, wait. Let me get him framed for this one. The disrespect, dude. Like...
She said,
Do your
why
homework.
are you here? Why are you here?
Okay, I'll be...
You would have loved the episode though. It's
You
literally
would've.
Mario Kart.
It's literally
with Star Wars.
your lane.
No
pun intended. No pun intended. But
Okay.
But
you know.
it was like, oh my god, literally that was the episode. Yeah, I thought it was really funny. I loved the droid. Like, I loved whatever. Why can't I like what I like?
Okay. You're like, I hate K2 because he's an asshole, but you liked
Because
Teo?
K2 is super dry, but this guy was like funny, like trying to be funny.
The whole point was that he's a dick and that you don't feel bad that he gets run the fuck over.
But he was funny.
So is K2.
I don't think K2's funny.
Because you have the same...
Yes, I am K2.
You have the same
and there could only be
demeanor
one
as K2.
Yeah.
So you're the same.
I'm literally a
my
droid.
God.
That's why I like this guy.
And that's why I like K2. I mean, you can like it. I'm just saying it doesn't, to me in my mind.
Yeah, well, you don't think like a droid, so you wouldn't understand.
I guess.
I thought he was funny, and he made me laugh.
Look, I'll admit it. He was really funny. I really laughed when he got run over.
Wow. Okay, but I actually loved like the banter between Tech and the droid because they both think like
because
droids.
Tech is you,
Yeah.
and then the droid is me being like, why don't you like K2? No, it was good. I didn't. There wasn't anything that I didn't like about the episode. Besides, obviously, you want to see you want to see them all together. But no, it was really cool. I'm calling it right now. They're totally gonna do like at least a mini game or something.
God, please.
Like for the Switch. I don't know,
Yes.
something with these races because it's literally like, it's like oh my god, you remember that game for the PSP? It was like a racing game, but it was like
Wipeout. I think it was called.
Was it Wipeout?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I played the shit out. It was literally that, but Star Wars.
It was
And
really
so there's
cool.
like droid pilots, but there's also like human or living.
Well, beings. I know there is
Aliens.
Star Wars racers, right? They remastered
There's
it
Star
for
Wars
the
racers.
Switch. Yeah. I
Yeah.
thought they were talking about that one. No.
But I mean, that's how
Well,
long
that came
ago
out
was
like
that?
20 years ago, right?
Yeah, but this is literally like it's their own ships that are made to be like shoot. They
They're
have
like
like
modded
blasters.
and like they have
They're
weapons.
modded. It's kind of like it has like Twisted Metal vibes.
Oh, that's cool.
Because anything goes. There's no
Yeah.
there's no rules.
You can kill the other
Yeah,
people.
there's like a bite like a spectator that gets shot because one of the ships like rolls.
Yeah.
And it's shooting into the crowd, and the crowd like ducks, and they're like, "Oh my god, I'm fine!" And they look behind them, and this guy has like a hole in his chest with his beer, and then
That's
he
awesome.
fucking dies, and then the guy next to him takes his beer and drinks it.
That's awesome.
That's the coldest thing I've ever seen in Star Wars.
It was
Like,
the best thing I've ever seen.
he just took his beer and drank it.
Okay,
It's like, why am I gonna waste a perfectly good beer?
Free beer.
free beer, exactly.
Like free is free.
Free is free, free 99.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, my God.
Wild.
No, it was a really fun episode. Like I would no, it had nothing to do with like the plot line.
Yeah,
but
it was just like a side
I didn't
quest.
care. Like it was really
It's
cool.
still fun.
Like,
And, like,
seeing
not-
Tech shine like that.
Not every episode has to be like life altering, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
oh, everyone's gonna die if we don't like complete
No,
this
of course
mission.
not.
Like,
No, definitely not.
I like the slower paced episodes
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, it was really, really good. No, I enjoyed. I want to see more of those like races and that whole, like, I love seeing that side of the galaxy.
Yeah.
You know, like the recreational part of the galaxy, like what the
people do for
that
fun.
Yeah, what people do for fun.
Yeah.
like when we see the like football on the TV in episode 2, like I want to see that.
Yeah,
like I want to know what else.
It makes
have.
it feel so real.
Like sabacc. That's one of the coolest things. I like.
Yeah.
We learned to play sabacc.
Yeah, we need to play again.
We need to play again. There's this company actually that makes really cool, like custom sabacc decks. Like they make them professionally. Like they're like actual playing cards.
Yeah.
They designed it all themselves. They're
the
like
credits,
the custom
right?
shapes. They do the credits.
It's sick.
I want to say it's called. Let's see, but they're really cool. I do want to shout them out if
You can find
I can find them, but I also don't want to just, say a name and it's not them. Let's see. No, it's not them. But anyway, once I remember, we'll shout them out. But yeah, they make awesome stuff, so that you guys can see them and check their stuff out. They make because in sabacc you play with chips and you play with credits and money
betting.
and stuff.
Is
So
it
like
poker.
yeah,
It's
it's literally space poker, right?
Yeah.
But and like when we used to play, we just downloaded. I think it's the same people that made the.
We played
PDF
the first version of the game they made.
So they made like a PDF where you could just print out the cards and cut them out yourself
And laminate them.
Well, we laminated them, but they were like, you can laminate them. But we printed them out and we just used like regular poker chips. But I've seen how they play. And they play with like
it's real.
the calamari flan, the Republic credits, Imperial credits.
It's so cool.
Like all the mix of credits and currency, and it looks so freaking cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, we'll definitely shout them out as soon as I remember their company name. But yeah, that's definitely my favorite part of. One of my favorite parts of Star Wars is like seeing that like recreational side to the galaxy of like, because all we see is war and like these battles.
There has
and,
to
like,
be some
it's
fun.
awesome, but like that's
Everything
what makes
can't
it
be doom and gloom.
exactly. But yeah, that's what makes it feel so like lived in and like real.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really cool.
Tech girlies got fed. Like it was a whole episode about him.
Yeah, they really did.
God.
They really did. He had his entire episode to just shine. Like from the beginning, you could tell like he's gonna hop in.
Yeah.
Right.
Like something's gonna happen to that droid. Something bad. I don't know what, but something bad.
See, they wanted you to hate him so bad so that you didn't care that he gets run over twice. Not run over twice.
Here's the thing. I loved him,
twice.
but I wasn't like sad when he died. I was just like, oh.
Yeah.
Is that bad?
No, because it's exactly what I'm saying.
That's what they
That's
intended.
what they want. Because they're like, here, he's a droid, right? But he's cocky. He's a dick.
Yeah.
He's, he's got a big mouth on him for a droid.
Yeah.
It's like, who are you talking to? You're a droid.
Like, what's your problem, dude? Like,
that
take
droid
it down
from
a
Brooklyn.
So like, he's like coming in with his attitude, and
you
Tech
think
is
you
like,
can fly like me?
Tech is like,
Bet.
I'm just doing my thing.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you the facts.
Tech's like,
If you don't want to listen.
If you do the calculations, you'll realize that you're wrong.
Yeah. And guess what?
Sass.
He was wrong.
He was wrong. He was big wrong.
Well, he died, but
He kind of died twice.
he did die twice.
They brought him back once, and then he got ran over again. It was like,
God.
Yeah.
he's actually dead now.
Yeah. No, that was really good.
Big rip.
Big rip. I really enjoyed the episode. It was awesome. I enjoyed it.
I am your cool slutty daddy.
All right. Do you have something for us?
Yeah. So I have like, not a meme, but like a picture, and then
Okay.
I have some videos. So if you want to start with the picture, so
Okay.
I'm trying to remember where I saw this, but for some reason I was just like, we were driving, and I was like, do you remember FML? Like,
Oh my God.
one of the first apps that was on, like the app, like when I had like an iPod Touch, that was like one of the first apps I
Yeah.
downloaded, Do you remember that?
FML?
FML?
I didn't
Fuck
have
my life?
Okay. So it was an app that you would upload like ridiculous stories. So you'd be like, what's a good one?
That
Okay. Well, so you'd say like whatever fucked up
like
thing
something
happened.
happened to you.
Yeah, and then you put FML,
Like fuck my life.
like
you know,
fuck my life. And then people would either be like, yeah, your life sucks, like upvote it, or downvote it and be like, you deserved it.
It was like Reddit, but
Yeah.
it's its own app
Was it
just
like
for FML.
Yak?
Huh?
Yak, like the anonymous, like
Oh, like Yik Yak?
Yak.
No.
No, it was like
No.
It was
It was literally like
kind of like iFunny vibes.
it was big when we were in like 7th grade.
Yeah. You probably like weren't even on the internet yet. Your parents, I'm assuming, were like, yeah, your parents were super
Assuming
strict. So
what?
you did be like, what does it say?
Yeah.
So that was like, it was just something like you'd check every day. There'd be like the top 10 from yesterday, whatever, and you'd like check it, right?
Yeah.
So I found this one and I died.
All right, let's do it.
So it says, I broke up with my girlfriend at a restaurant. She started crying. Everyone thought I proposed to her, so they started clapping. Fuck my life. I laughed so hard. Like that.
Dude.
Like what do you do? Oh my god. Like no, but seriously, like what do you do? Like you just
No, dude. Okay, what's funny
do you
is that
accept the applause? Like do you thank them or do you
she got
You finally
broken.
got out of that toxic relationship, man.
Dude, she
did
got
it.
dumped, and people were like,
people clapped?
"Good for you."
That's slow clap.
I'm so happy for you.
I'm so happy. Congratulations.
You know, congratulations, you're free.
Oh my god.
Depending on the restaurant, they come in with a little cake.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
with
Champagne. Bro. So yeah,
Oh my god, I love that.
that brought back a lot of memories.
FML had some amazing moments.
I think they still have an app, but like it's not the same. Like people aren't really on it or like uploading.
Yeah.
Okay, do the one in the middle.
This one?
Yeah. So I cropped the audio out from the beginning. It's fine. It was just like a song. But for those of you that are listening, it says how I think certain clones grip thighs. So it's like a thirst trap kind of thing, right?
God. Okay.
And it's the girl saying like, this is how Echo would do it.
Okay.
So play it. Just like being sexy, whatever, like moving the hand up and down.
I don't know what's going on.
She goes into a toolbox.
God, dude.
It looks like his little like hand drill thing.
Oh my god. Okay, so if you're
I
listening,
laughed so hard.
if you're listening,
that
it's
supposed to
just
be tech?
somebody's like thigh. Instead of a hand coming in from the side, it's like a little, what is that? Like a little wrench?
Like
Yeah.
a Phillips screwdriver.
Like a screwdriver, pretty much.
Like the detachable tips.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't even want to go near that fan fiction because
It was funny
it can
because
get real weird.
it was
real
so funny
fast.
that you bring this up because we literally, like,
Put that on our
yeah, because when we first, no, it was when we were rewatching.
the first season. Yeah,
1.
yeah.
You were like, "Oh my god," and I was like, "What?" I was like, "What?" And she's like, "I just realized that Echo fan fiction exists." I was like,
No, you
Detachable.
"Fuck." I was like, "Fuck."
Oh wait. How do you get to that side of the internet? Like, what the hell?
How? You go to Google and you search.
Oh my god.
Echo fan fiction. It's that simple.
Yeah.
And then
It's
you
easy.
know, there's no going back.
It's very accessible.
Like once you go
You know
down
what? Why
that
don't you
rabbit
look it
hole.
up and we can?
Yeah, why don't you
Hell
do
no, I don't
some
wanna get
research over the
scarred.
week and then like get back to us with your top picks
You know what?
and then we'll discuss.
You know what?
Uh-oh.
You know what?
Are you googling?
Let's do it.
Oh
we do it.
no.
Let's do it.
No. This is a
I
bad
should probably
idea.
do this incognito.
Oh my god.
The FBI's like, what the
No, the
I'm
van outside your.
New
Your place is
incognito.
gonna be like-
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
You need to work.
Yeah. Echo Star Wars.
Oh my god. Don't. Why you
Here we
gotta
go.
scar the people?
All right,
Here we
you
go.
pick. You pick.
I mean,
Not you.
Dude.
Her.
Oh, okay. Damn. So much for choice.
Probably the first one is like the most popular, I'm assuming.
Okay. This isn't images, right?
Shouldn't be. It should
Okay.
just be like text.
Okay.
Okay, let's
Oh,
read
I have
read
read
like the
and understood.
the description.
Here, you read it. Because I
Okay.
don't know how this works. So it's so uncomfortable right now.
Indomitable Heart. This has graphic depictions of violence. The tags include Tech, Fives, Echo, Hunter, Crosshair, Wrecker, Dogma, Slick. And then they made original characters.
There's a lot of...
Autistic Tech. What?
Bruh.
Tech has ADHD.
I think these are all...
What is this?
All
This
different.
is-
I think these are all different fan fictions that...
No. These are the tags. So you can like...
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, we don't need to read the
Okay,
tags.
okay.
What are we doing?
Because that's how you know like what
Okay,
kind of like...
I think we get it.
Okay. Says the guy that doesn't read any fan fiction. Whatever.
I mean,
What-
I think by the time we start reading,
Well,
we'll know who's in it.
but he knows his shit. Like, he's been writing Yaddle fan fiction.
That's
Oh my
right.
god.
Like,
No, I haven't.
year and a half.
That's how he knows so much about it. Okay.
I think he stopped because he got bummed that she got yeeted by Dooku. But okay.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
did. She
So
got-
the description of this one. When the Bad Batch is called on by General Skywalker to investigate an alleged prison populated by clones, whoa, they figure it will be simple enough. The place isn't guarded or even fortified, so Tech volunteers to enter alone, calling down the squad later. None of them expect his signal to go dark, cutting him off from those he's relied on his whole life and leaving him to survive on his own, isolated even in a sea of familiar faces. I don't want to read that.
Oh my god.
I
Oh
don't
wait,
want to
there's
read that.
there's more. How does this work?
What do you mean?
I mean, considering you don't want to read it, I say we read it.
Okay, part one. Click.
Click
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Like on the name.
Let's just cross fingers that there's no images.
And then what?
Or click on the Indomitable Heart.
Oh, okay, I get it.
There we go.
Oh shit, this is like a whole novel.
It's actually not that long
Yo.
for most fan
Okay.
fictions, but
Let's just get into the meat, okay?
okay. Well,
Ew.
Cochino.
should I read it like dramatic?
I'll help you.
No.
I'll help you.
Are you gonna read it?
Fives. Hey, a handshake a hand shakes his shoulder again, trying to rouse him.
Bruh.
Fives groans, dragging his eyes open, flexing his hands to keep from shoving his brother away on instinct. His mumbled "what" is more slurred than he means to be. But he can't muster much energy these days. Prudy called for you, Tup says quietly. He groans. Sitting up with some effort from his rack. Why? Alright, you do the other person.
Okay.
Alright, start with Dunno.
Dunno. That's all he said.
Alright, I'm coming. Fives mumbles. It takes more effort than he'd like to pull himself fully out of bed. He doesn't bother taking off his boots to sleep these days. Too much energy wasted. So he can at least get going once his vision blackout fades and his blood pressure levels out somewhat.
What?
I don't know, man. All right,
He has
come
high
on.
blood pressure?
I guess. Well, this is Echo, right? No, Fives.
Fives.
Thought we looked up Echo fanfiction. What?
Well, there's like other characters.
Okay,
in the
this is way
stories.
too long. I thought it would be like, you know. And then he grabbed the screwdriver.
Most awkward production I've ever been in. my life.
Okay. Keep going. Keep going.
Okay, tell me where to stop.
You can word search, no? Like in a PC. You know, in PC you can press Control F. You can literally search for a word.
I think.
Just keep
I don't
going.
know how
Keep
to do it.
going.
Anything else?
No.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh my god.
We came here for smut.
nightmare's
I
over.
know. What the heck?
Nothing.
What a
Nightmares
waste
over.
of
Got
our
nothing.
time. Go to the
I
next
am your
one.
cool slutty daddy.
I thought we were gonna get.
You should have done that. Din Djarin family.
Yeah. Oh, that's risky.
Okay, I'll do some research, and if I find one that's like ridiculous, I'll bring it up next week.
All right. I thought we should have prered that. You know what?
We should have prepared our fan fiction.
Can we go back to the wholesome memes now? Because what the fuck?
Someone's so uncomfortable.
Hey, maybe if you don't want us to just be impromptu, you should,
I mean, I did
produce
add stuff to the folder. Therefore, let's check some
Maybe.
memes.
Are we gonna finish with my stuff? Or are you gonna? Share
No, let's
something?
finish Bella's stuff first.
Yeah, we can finish your stuff.
Okay.
I'm just gonna get this ready because
Why are you scheming, man?
it's something we didn't look up last time.
Okay.
Don't put it full screen yet. Don't put it full screen.
The fuck is that?
It's the fucking ad that I can't. I have to skip because it's YouTube.
What?
All right, we'll do this later.
Okay.
But okay.
Back to my memes.
Back to your memes.
Oh, so we're gonna do this one later. Okay.
Yeah. Oh my god, this thing. All right, which one do you want to show next?
The one on the right is funny.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me read it first before you play it.
Okay.
For those listening. So it says, I showed my best friend a picture of who I'm talking to. Guess that's a no. This is her reaction. She's like on the floor laughing. No. I'm
Damn.
bitch.
That's rough, bro.
That's fucked up.
How handsome is this guy?
Right? I
Not
died.
my league.
Is that what you get when
Damn.
Moving on.
por bonito?
Okay. The next one, I had no idea any of this. Like, it's like kind of backstory to this scene, and I thought it was really interesting. So,
Okay.
Pungus.
Did you know for the funeral pyre scene at the end of Return of the Jedi, that is not Mark Hamill's back. That was late cameraman Randy Johnson, who sadly passed away in 2015. The reason for that, this scene wasn't in the original script. George Lucas wanted to add this scene to actually show that Darth Vader, or now Anakin Skywalker, had passed away, because he didn't want the audience to think that he returned to life or was still around after he was seen being held by Luke at the end of Return of the Jedi. Randy even mentioned that he was a little bit thicker in the waist than Mark Hamill, so he couldn't put on his pants all the way. So in that scene, his front zipper and button are actually open.
No.
Although producer Howard Kazanjian was opposed to the idea, George Lucas went with it anyway, and it was actually shot on the grounds of Skywalker Ranch. They actually forgot to give Randy a glove to make him really look like Luke, so in post-production they painted over his hand to make sure he resembled Luke as best as they could.
That's like one of the most beautiful scenes.
That's my favorite scene.
In
That's like one of my favorite scenes.
the entire saga, and it was like a last minute addition.
Wow.
Right?
I never knew any of that.
Right?
I never knew any of that.
I had no idea.
That's cool.
But it makes sense because if you just if you see him like look like he dies, right? Like Vader after he takes off his helmet, and then you see Anakin as a Force ghost, that would have been confusing for the viewer.
Yeah, exactly.
They needed to see like his physical form doesn't exist anymore.
True. I really liked that.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's not like such a crazy reshoot. Like
super crazy. Yeah.
Like they just like put on a black shirt and stand there.
It's one of the most iconic scenes in Star Wars.
Yeah.
In general.
Yeah.
And it wasn't.
It's not Mark.
It's not Mark. I had no idea. I always I would have never said that's not. It looks. I mean, it's.
And isn't it crazy that it was shot on like Skywalker Ranch?
Yeah, super last minute then.
Yeah, they're like go out back with a can of gasoline and a bunch of
pretty much
leftover wood from the workshop.
Pretty much.
Oh my god,
that's really funny.
Right?
Well, really cool, but funny.
Okay.
That's
right. It for me.
That's it for you.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Okay, real quick. before we see what fucking this guy sent.
Damn.
This guy.
You
don't even have a name anymore. You're just this guy.
Yeah, well, funny story. So like, we really try to do our best, and with the quality and how much content we put out with the podcast, and Silver really loves to procrastinate.
It's a very bad habit of his.
It's a very bad habit.
Here we go.
So pretty much, I won't go into like a lot of detail, but I will go into detail.
In terms of what?
And I will go into heavy detail.
I mean, we record a week in advance. And look at him.
Guilty.
Look at him.
Guilty.
We record a week in advance, and before he had to edit all everything. It would take him like a week to actually like a week to edit.
Yeah.
Do all the close-ups,
like
put up all the clips and all that stuff. Finally have a new software where he can edit as we record. So he's editing right now.
Yeah.
So now I've saved him. How much time would you say that I've saved you?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Like
Shut
3
up.
days of work.
Like 3 full days of work.
Yeah.
Don't lie.
I will.
So like 3 full days of work. And then so now
I lied.
As soon as we we got this new software, and we're like, okay, hell yeah, we can run with this. We got so much extra time. Everything's streamlined.
Easy.
Exactly. Right?
Buster over here.
This guy texts me, or no, he calls me on, what day did we see Evan Alejandro? Monday. So he calls me on Monday at noon. He goes, hey, so tomorrow I'm going to be busy. I'm going to this event, so I'm not going to be able to work on the podcast. So he's talking about Tuesday that he can't work on the podcast, and then we upload Wednesday mornings at 5 a.m. PST. And then, so I'm like, okay, yeah, hell yeah. He's being proactive, even though he should have edited and drafted the night we recorded.
I think there's something wrong with the audio. I can't hear you.
It's fine, but they can. Even though he should have already done it days before, I'm like, whatever, I'm like, okay, that's fine. He's being proactive. He's calling me.
Him.
He's telling me, okay, what can I do? What do you need from me? And I'm like, well, I need you to edit the episode.
That was done.
And no, it wasn't.
That was
because you asked, and I told you, and you were like, oh yeah, I'll do it. And so I was like, do that, and then just draft it on YouTube.
And he just has to match the audio to the video.
That's all you need. Yeah. We won't go into details.
I'm just saying that's the extent of the editing.
Yeah. He just needs to like align the audio with the video, so that our mouths align with the words.
You know how hard that is when you're mumbling?
Yeah. Oh yeah, really? You know how hard it is when we do the clap thing at the beginning?
Mumbling.
You just need to find the peaks. Anyway.
Peaks and valleys, my God. Peaks and valleys.
I say you guys just get in a ring and just like wrestle it out. Like
Wait,
luchador. Like luchador.
Wrestle you. Bella's like, add some mud to that.
Okay.
I just want to see you beat the shit out of each other. I think it would be really entertaining.
Violence.
You want me to kill Silva?
Yeah. We can like live stream it and
talking
everything.
about wrestling. You're like, you want me to murder?
Well, it'll probably just end up.
Just like fly from the corner, body slam him.
Like
WWE
Mace Windu falling out of the window. The window.
Because I'm the Dark Team, right?
No, I didn't say
it.
Whoa.
I had to.
I didn't say that.
It was getting too aggressive.
Hey. Not kill you, just like to,
bring you to the brink of death.
To where you get it.
To where you learn your lesson.
Do I get a cool robot arm? At the end, probably.
Sure.
Maybe.
Like one of the ones that make out of
lug is like
one that Echo has.
Yeah, like the one put a screwdriver in your fucking nut. Oh my God. Okay. So anyway, I digress. So he's like, what do you need me to do? So I'm like, okay, yeah, just finish editing the video, export the audio so that can go on the audio platform, and then draft it on YouTube so that it's ready. And then I told him, you don't have to do any of the description. You don't have to do the thumbnail. You don't got to do anything. Once it's drafted, then I can go in on my end and do it myself. Mm-hmm. And he's like, cool. I got it. Yeah. So he's like, cool. All right. So I don't talk to him for the rest of the day because we had plans, and I was trusting, that he had his shit together.
Lied.
Should know better by now.
I lied. I forgot to put it on the. I was gonna do it though.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the entire day passes. I don't hear from him. I'm like, this guy. I'm so proud of him. He's hard at work.
Thank you, bro.
He's busy.
He's
I'll
busy.
leave him to
I'm gonna leave him to it.
Man.
Once it's time to go to bed, it's like 12:30.
This was last night?
No.
This is Tuesday night.
This is the beginning of the story.
Tell the whole damn story.
Yeah, of course. This needs to go on record.
Embarrass him to the point that he does it in the future.
Doesn't do it in the future.
Doesn't do it in the future.
Okay, so this is like 12:30, Monday night.
I don't even remember these calls.
Well,
that's how much he cares about the podcast.
yeah. He just calls me so that he's like, oh, well, at least I called.
Called to tell you that I didn't finish.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, literally. So I go on my phone and I'm like, oh, it's 12:30. I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna check on the drafts so I can like start putting the details. I go on YouTube. Nothing. I'm like, okay. Then I'm sure it's still uploading because it takes hella.
Yeah, it takes hella.
And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna check Simplecast.
Right.
Nothing. Right. So I call him.
0 for 2.
Doesn't answer. Call him again.
What time did you call me?
Doesn't answer. At 12:30.
I'm at work.
You're at work? 12:30 a.m.?
Yeah. I clock in at 6:30 and I don't clock out till 3.
Okay, that adds up.
AM is morning,
Just
my friend.
don't.
Yeah, 6 a.m.
Just let him.
Yeah.
Just. Anyway, I call him. He doesn't answer. So I go to sleep. And then.
Oh, night. Well, be more specific. Man.
I was. AM is pretty fucking specific.
We have AM and PM
right?
to differentiate
okay.
the time of day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
I'm on different time zone.
It's Silva's world, and we're just living in
it's
it.
Tuesday.
Exactly.
It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday.
Okay.
It's Tuesday.
Okay.
I'm stressing because he told me that he was going to some event that he was not going to be able to, like, he was going to be indisposed all day.
Yeah.
But then I cancel.
And that doesn't take you out of this.
You're welcome.
Shut up. I'm like
So much
stressing. And then finally he calls me and he's like, hey, what are you doing? And I'm like, we're home. He's like, okay, well, is it cool if I come over so we can fix all this shit? Because, what happened was he was trying to export it. Because I told him the day when we talked the day before, I told him, I said, when you start exporting the video, it's going to take a long time. It's going to take at least 2-3 hours to export the video. So give yourself time, export the video. And then I told him that the upload to YouTube was going to take probably the same amount of time, if not more. He's like, okay, cool. Right? So then Tuesday, he texts me. I have the text, but I don't have my phone with me. He texts me a picture of his fucking iPad, and it says 64% or 46%. And he's like, and it was at 9 o'clock in the morning. He goes, dude, it's been like this since 6 a.m. So I text back. I was like, that's why I fucking told you. That's why you should have done it yesterday. I was like, I don't feel bad for you. I was like, and then he goes, I didn't send it for pity.
True.
Oh my God.
And then I go, either way, you should have done it yesterday.
Yeah.
And he doesn't text back, right? And then after that, that's when he calls me.
Yeah.
And he's like, it didn't work, and my iPad died because I have a shitty charger, and then it like wasn't charging enough, and
it was depleting the battery while it was exporting.
It was, but guess what? You should have done it at home.
Guess what?
So he's like, is it cool if I come over and we can fix this shit? And I was like, yeah, whatever. Just come over, we'll do it. So again, this is the third or fourth episode in a row where I've had to do it all.
Nah.
I edited the first two videos. Shut the hell up. I've edited all of the video. Pretty much all you did for this last episode was align the audio, and I told you exactly what else to do after that. Shut up. Oh my god.
Silva's definitely
oh my god.
getting an A+ on his performance review.
Yeah.
There's performance reviews.
So he comes over.
You gotta put him back in the closet.
Yeah.
Damn.
Maybe some more drywall will help you think better.
Actually, that's what started the problem.
That's what started it? No,
No, it was like fresh start. I was like, I'll get this shit together. And I was like, oh, drywall. And it was like, IQ.
I'm pretty sure you've had holes in your brain before the fucking drywall.
Damn.
Anyway.
Wow.
So we fix it, and then so we go to export. Obviously, it's like for
Taking
every
forever.
3 minutes, it was 1%.
Yeah.
So we were like, it's going to take like 3 hours, right? So we go to the other room, we play some Magic. After we're done, we come back, we watch a couple of episodes of something, and then it's done. So I was like, sweet. Well, he had to leave. Once it was done, he had like maybe 20 minutes before, or 20, 30 minutes before he'd leave. So I was like, okay, now we just have to export or extract the audio from the video. So I showed him how to do that because he didn't know how to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Show him how to do it. So I did that. Export the audio
Where's the cookie
while
tray?
he's in the
Where's
bathroom.
the cookie tray?
While he's in the, I don't need cookies. Remember, we're on a fucking.
True.
weight
Yeah,
loss
how's that competition going?
Actually,
Silva?
I've been doing
Oh, you should ask the
but
3 truffles he
today
fucked up yesterday.
I got it unlocked today. Barely. I started taking it seriously.
Well, catch up.
Damn.
So
Such a friendly competition.
you've depleted my fucking patience.
It's okay.
So he's in the bathroom while it's extracting, and it finally extracts.
I'm extracting something.
That was good. I'll give you that one. Anyway, so we extract the audio, and then we upload that to Simplecast. It takes like 30 seconds, maybe. And then I draft it, and I was like, at least that's done. And I said, your only fucking job now is go home, draft it on YouTube. It's going to take at least 3 hours. Just leave your iPad on, plugged in, right? Mm-hmm. It's like, cool. So, what time did you leave? 9:30?
Something like that.
Yeah, like 9:30. He gets home.
Or 10, 20, 10, 15, some shit.
Gets home, and then we started doing we watched something.
We watched like a Netflix episode, and then we watched Bad Batch.
We watched the first episode of Cabinet of Curiosities, which was really cool, fucking crazy. And Bella gave up after the preview for the next episode.
Okay. I don't do well with gore, and I have like not a phobia, but like
kinda. You like throw up every time.
I mean, I guess it's a phobia, but like I get freaked out by any like neck like cutting or like when you like
any gore pretty much.
Yeah, but like specifically that like when you slit someone's jugular like that. You drown in your blood, like that's fucking disgusting. I can't even talk about it.
And they do it in every fight scene.
Yeah,
there's
like or like when they like sneak up behind someone and like you don't realize, and then they just it's just a zoomed in shot of someone's neck.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we watched the first episode and it was fine. Like it was creepy, but it wasn't like gory.
No, it wasn't.
But then they show like
the Guillermo del Toro one on Netflix.
The Cabinet of Curiosities. It's like Cthulhu, or not Cthulhu. It's
Lovecraftian. It's inspired by Lovecraftian horror and like some of his stories, but also like
mixed with his own stuff.
I don't know the name of the show, but they just released. I think I mentioned it once. It's inspired by different Japanese stories, but it's horror. And it's animated in like feudal Japanese artwork.
That's cool.
It's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix?
They're all horror stories.
Ooh.
We're gonna have to watch that.
I might have to watch. Okay, but anyway, so they're like later on this season, and it's just like cutting between like each episode, like fast clips, fucking zoomed in shot from the clavicle up, and it's a fucking saw. This guy is alive, like looking straight forward, and a saw just opens his throat. And I was like, nope.
Well, it was more like a,
Yeah, like, oh my god.
One of those.
Like a sawing motion.
No. It was like a...
No, I was
no. And she was like, what the fuck?
I was like,
you couldn't recorded that.
How did I know? It was just like
it was so
half
scary.
a second clip.
No, it was, no.
I should have.
Literally, I get like...
So yeah, anyway.
So we're not watching it anymore because that traumatized.
She doesn't know what episode that is.
On Netflix, right?
I mean, I guess we can figure out what episode it is. But
first episode, amazing, really good, very Lovecraftian, very like.
Just like, why you got it?
Why the neck?
Yeah, why the neck?
Anyway, okay.
Long
back to
short.
the other, the real world demon that is Silva.
So this was like what 1:30.
So yeah, at
a.m.
So okay.
Middle of the night.
Okay,
for Silva,
stop.
Since he doesn't know what that means.
Yeah. So he goes home and then he texts me. Okay, I'm like drafting the video, whatever, and he couldn't use his iPad because it's drafting. So we watched Bad Batch. It was like 12:30 after we were done, and then we were still doing some things on the phone. So we like headed to bed at like 1:15, and I'm still checking on the draft and it's not done, like uploading the SD version. Yeah. And so I texted him. I can't remember what I texted him, and I was like, is it all good? But he pretty much, I knew he passed out. I was like, whatever. He texted me right as I'm about to like drift off into like REM sleep. Yep. And he's like...
Silva timing.
Yeah. Perfect. He's like, oh, can I call you? And I'm like...
Yeah, I woke up in a daze. I was like, holy fuck.
And I see, like, Arakel's phone light, and I'm like, motherfucker. Like, one eye open. Like, this fucking...
So, yeah. But... Because I was like, oh, shit, is it good or is it not? I checked the title, and it was saying error because there had one small dash. But as soon as I took off the dash, it, like, blipped. And, freaking... It updated kind of, right? So it had the description you had already put in the description.
Yeah, I had already done everything.
But I was at the point where, like, I just woke up, that thing blipped, it was updated, and I'm like, do I close or not? Like, I felt like if I would have closed, it's like, it would have deleted all the progress because it still wasn't the initial windows, like, next to...
Yeah. Okay. Besides the point is, we got it all taken care of, and... The next morning, or this morning, I go check and everything uploaded fine and it was working great. I was like, hell yeah, awesome. So I text him. I was like, hey, everything's good. Everything's fine. It uploaded all, without any issues. And he texts back immediately. He's like, hell yeah, with like the hands up. So I text him back immediately because I was going to tell him this last night because we were dealing with it was all chaos and whatever, and this was at like 9 a.m. that I texted him, and I was like, hey, just real quick. And the only reason I asked him for this was because the night before he told me, yeah, I'm gonna be at work, but I'm gonna sneak and watching the new episode of Bad Batch while I'm at work when I have time. So I was like, okay, this guy can multitask, which he usually can. Usually, 99.98%.
I don't know if it's multitasking. I think it's just ADHD.
Yeah, true.
Nah. If I can vary. So
it's a mix of both.
Either way, let me finish.
Go ahead.
This has been the story for now, like 20 minutes. So I text him back immediately, and I'm like, hey, real quick, when you have a second, and preferably within like the next hour, because this literally would only take at most 3 minutes, and I know this because I do it.
Yeah.
And I was like, just get me a clip so that, because we need to be able to post the clips on social media so that we can be like, hey, new episode of the podcast is out, right? And we usually post those at like 12 because that's like when our best engagement is, that's when our engagement is at its best.
Yes.
So I was like, hey, can you just send me from hour 13 to hour 16? Just cut the beginning and the end, upload that to the Google Drive, and then I'll take care of it. I texted him back immediately, so he saw it,
in the morning,
but didn't open it.
No.
Sure.
Okay.
So look at it. So he doesn't text back. I'm like, okay, great. It is now 12:30. No. He does text back. You were right. He does text back, but he goes, I have break at 11:30. That's all he says. Yeah. And I'm like, can you go take a shit for like 3 minutes and then just do it?
Apparently,
I have an appointment
with
the bathroom.
Instant access to the bathroom, and I don't have to walk through my boss, a different department's boss, 3 different VPs, with a tablet in my hands, and be like, "Let me just sit down in this toilet."
Bro, okay.
Let me hear
Look,
audio
I don't,
from this bathroom
I don't
for like quick 3 minutes, and I'm gonna walk out of this bathroom with like a 17-inch tablet. Hi guys, I'm just gonna go back to my workstation. Nah.
You know how many times he's told me about like how he's like, yeah, me and my manager
that
would
was
just hang
week,
out.
They were super chill.
Like,
let's
watching
whatever.
shit.
As long as I
was
get my work
week
done.
3, week 2. I've been there 5 months already in that job, dude. Like,
what do you mean? So they were more lenient when you first got there?
When I first got there, because I hadn't much shit to do.
This was like last week. You told me about this last week. That you guys were just like hanging out, watching clips,
break,
and that
during breaks. This is 30-minute breaks.
Anyway.
He's talking about recess.
You said I got break at 11:30.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
So I didn't bother you, but I said, I was like, you sure you can't go take a shit for 3 minutes, like just real quick, because he was like, I'm gonna watch Bad Batch during while I'm at work. Either way, Either way, you know how important this is. You're like, when are we going to start the Patreon? And then he's like, he doesn't fucking do the 2 tasks I ask him to do. And look, so I'm like, okay, well, we can't post about the new episode without the clip. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I just literally on the Photos app, cut the beginning and the end. This is all I need. And he's like, and he doesn't say anything. It is then 12:30, 12:45, and I text him. I was like, "Hey, did you go on break?" Because there's nothing on the Google Drive.
Yeah.
Doesn't respond, and then I'm like, "Okay, just
Guess
so you know, it's fine. Whatever. It was already like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Like we just can't post about the new episode."
Yeah.
And then he texts me back and he goes, "Oh, sorry. Like they had me do this crazy shit, right?" And I was like, "It's fine." And he's like, here, I'm uploading it. I'm like, cool, finally. It was like 2:30.
Yeah.
I download it. I press play. 3 seconds go by. Video's over. Video is over. And I was like, what the fuck? And I look, it's only 3 seconds long. And I'm like, maybe something happened while I was downloading it.
Silva.
So I go on the Google Drive. I look. I press play in the Google Drive. It's 3 seconds long. This fucking idiot goes, he clipped the 1:13 to 1:16 and didn't think, that's odd.
That's a short clip.
He didn't think, that's odd. I may have made a mistake here. He thought, that's weird, but Arakel made the mistake. He can deal with that.
Exactly.
I'm just going to upload what he told me to upload instead of asking, hey, did you mean?
Or
not even asking, going back to the fucking text and seeing that it was an hour 13 to an hour 16. And I know how he thinks because he's always like, I didn't fuck up. He fucked up.
Exactly.
Look at him.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate you.
This is why we need
a 3-second clip.
Match.
What did we?
It's because
I need answers
on the clip. Because I didn't do it.
Because he read 13 seconds, not 13 minutes.
No, because in the what is it? Clip Studio, it shows you milliseconds. So when I was sliding it said 1:13, and it showed the milliseconds, and I put that shit to 0, and I was like, that's why.
Okay. Look, I would forgive you.
I would.
Except
forgive you.
I fucking told you to do it in the Photos app like 3 times.
It's okay.
It's okay, Arakel. It's okay.
Got that.
We
I'm
posted
forgiven?
it at
Yeah, you're
6
forgiven.
o'clock.
you.
When did it actually go up?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
Supposed to go up at 12. The episode goes up at 5 a.m. So posting it at 12 is already late.
Yeah.
But we post at 12 because that's where our engagement's up. And then.
Oh,
So this is why
what are we gonna do with you?
no fucking FIFA,
Huggies.
no fucking Magic,
Huggies.
none of that shit until they're drafted.
Okay, Dad.
Why do you think I want it to be this?
Exactly something a dad would say.
Or you could just do
You
what you
think
need
I
to
want
do.
this?
You think you could just do what I fucking ask you to do?
No, that'd be.
It would be.
Remember, he lives to upset you. So why is he gonna do
Well,
what you
it
need on
only
time?
hurts-
It's only been like that for like the past 8 years.
Yeah, well, I'm sure
This
our
is on
listeners
you
appreciate
for
it.
not anticipating him.
Exactly.
This is
Thank
your
you.
fault.
Thank you. But I know you need these periodical rants like once a year. Surprisingly,
Once a
it's very-
year, it's been once an episode, bro. It's
No, it's been once a year. And then, but yeah, it helps.
So
Let me zoom in.
going forward,
There you go. Here's your face.
Silva is going to prepare everything the night we record,
Oh
not
so
yeah.
right
the
after
day
this,
before.
Yeah,
right after this, he's sitting his ass down.
or standing up.
I don't care if
We
you
need to
stand
get
up
like
or you're
you know how
fucking.
there's like horse blinders? They're like the little
Nah.
like goggles so they can't see the horses on the left and the right.
Mm-hmm.
We need to get him some of those, so he focuses.
Pinche animal. Fucking.
Whatever we need to do to help you, we will do it.
Help me, help you.
Jabba the Hutt on Pizza Hut.
Oh my god.
But yeah, that's my story. He gave me a 3-second clip,
I give that 3 stars.
bro. Okay, so now, everything's drafted the day we record, and then we take the week to prepare the clips, the highlights, all the extra goodies that our listeners love.
Yay.
Yay.
See?
Teamwork.
Teamwork.
Makes the dream work.
Not Arakel does everything.
I mean, you do beautiful work, my guy.
I do.
You
but
just do it so well.
I know, dude. I admire you.
Arakel's like, I need a
Let me
drink.
zoom into that face. Yeah.
Anyway, what's next?
So I'm still gonna skip Silva's bullshit,
Let's go.
so we can watch this stuff. All right, so we found this.
This was like recommended, right?
This is recommended, and I love this. But it's a little bit over the top, but let's just watch.
Read the
So
title.
it's Fall Asleep for Nerds, Realistic Luke Snowspeeder Hoth Unboxing by Fred's Voice ASMR. So let's see. Dude.
Bruh.
This is just
That's
this is just ASMR for nerds.
This is next level. That cardboard.
So if you're listening, this guy's opening. It's pretty much an unboxing of a Luke Snowspeeder.
Hello there, and welcome to
Whoa.
what is going to amount to be a very
that's the word.
nerdy
Yeah,
yet
that's
and
the word.
extremely relaxing and sleep.
I mean,
tingle
it is very
inducing
relaxing.
ASMR.
Okay, so this guy's unboxing a Luke Hoth
And then have him
Snowspeeder
standing
jumpsuit,
there doing nothing.
Hot
It's going to
Toys,
try and mimic certain scenes
and
from
it's just the cardboard box, and he's like dragging his
unboxing
like
things. is
fingernails.
It's an hour long.
It's an hour long, so we're not gonna watch the whole thing, but just look at this.
I know which one this is. It's a new style.
Dude.
Which I
And it's
know
got like
toys have just
so
started to
many
make,
views.
But it's the
This is like peak
Empire Strike
nerd.
Back
Like,
version.
I mean, if
like falling asleep. Like, okay, falling asleep to Empire Strikes Back is really nerdy. But to fall asleep to the sound of someone opening
a hot
toy from that movie.
Look.
That is like, you can't top that.
I'm gonna be 100% honest.
You have no idea.
Are you getting
if I hadn't met you,
excited I am to get
if I were single,
this would be you.
This would be on my watch list every night.
Literally watching one review.
This would be on my watch list
they just went
every night.
Like,
they put in together.
You know?
I love you. Like, I love that you're a nerd, but that's where I would draw the
I'm
line.
getting triggers
Like-
galore at the moment, so
Like, floor-to-ceiling collectibles, that's fine. Star Wars in every
if
room
I
in the
just-
house, that's fine. Only wearing Star Wars t-shirts, I
if-
don't care. This,
What if I just had this on, like, to relax throughout the day? Like, I was sitting on the couch, on TikTok, this in the background. Just
unboxing of this figure. So if one would consider oneself a little bit
I don't
nerdy
like it.
and
You don't
perhaps
like
into
it?
Star Wars and
It's
looking
like-
for something which
It's like pillow talk. I don't like that he's like
we're
so
about
like.
he's like,
It feels
playing-
sexual.
I mean, to some, it
I
is.
don't know what this is. I don't know why. Oh my goodness.
Yo,
that
okay,
is-
I
but
don't like
that's-
this.
that's just
That's fucking
perfect.
awesome though. Look at that.
Actually,
He's
it's
like,
perfect.
look at the
So
details on
obviously
it.
Shut up. Like, it started out as a meme, but I think
I
I'm
mean,
gonna listen to this after
I
the
think I'm
episode's
gonna-
done.
You know what?
things before, like I said.
Favorites.
But that is just incredible.
You know what?
Stop.
His face
Subscribes.
sculpt
Oh my
looks
god.
so real.
Oh my god. The zoom in on his
Yes.
face.
Look at him. He's
And
beautiful.
also, his eyes look so realistic.
Hey,
too.
this is a really good Hot Toys.
Nothing properly lit.
It is a beautiful figure. I'm not gonna say it isn't.
Initial first impressions of
I just
this
don't
figure.
like that it sounds like he's right behind you.
It looks insane, honestly.
Well,
Like
that's
with
the point.
headphones on?
That's the point.
And the ASMR quality.
He's over
to
here
the
right now.
Packaging.
I don't like
He's
it.
on the left.
Something
I
as
don't like it
delicate
at all.
as this as well. I love it so much.
And you
You
have
just
to take
want a
it
man
out.
to
You have to
whisper
take it off
you.
carefully
With your feet there.
because you could damage the boot.
Oh my god. I don't
I
like
noticed the
this.
difference in the boots. These are like specifically for the cold.
So it makes a different sound when you take the plastic off. Oh my
You don't like this?
Finally, your
No,
answer.
it's just like crinkling.
Okay, let's.
Like
Here,
the
what-
cardboard
what-
box, that was okay, but
That's
I don't
much
like the plastic sound.
Skywalker.
Yes, the
Because
fucking
I
like
want him to be the visors up.
the little
And
hat.
he goes gently. Is this
That looks
gonna work?
too much like Luke.
Is that gonna
I
work?
mean,
is this a thing?
That's what you
Have
want
that
though.
on underneath. My brain says yes, but
Oh,
Don't
the sound
break
say
it,
no.
honey.
We've
Sure.
managed to do it.
you just
This
snapped it.
helmet, so with the balaclava underneath, and then
Dude, this is. I love this. Are you
the
kidding me?
movements. It's so trickery.
My God, the
It's
sabers like
mind-using for me anyway.
That's really
in
cool.
motion.
So
That is really cool.
That's pretty fucking awesome.
loop on
Tell me that's
the
not cool.
base. Now we're gonna. You stand there. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, quite comfortably.
I'm
but
sold.
Does that tube? That tube isn't supposed to go into his pants, is it?
Tube.
Yeah, from the chest piece.
Probably a lot safer on the base.
That's not where that goes.
And it's meant to go all the way around.
It's like, I'm gonna put it right here.
Yeah, I don't think that's.
No. That's. I know because I'm starting a X-wing pilot cosplay.
Yeah. Maybe we can take
That doesn't
out
go in his crotch,
just
but
in case there's something.
Well, I mean,
maybe it does.
I don't know.
As far as I know,
No,
it's supposed to go either into like the stomach area or the back. It doesn't go in the
Let's see.
pants. Look it up.
Luke.
If it does, then I hate that.
X-wing suit. Okay, let's see.
Nope,
Yeah,
doesn't
no,
go in his pants.
It does not go in through the zipper.
No, it goes
It goes like under. It's like it goes
under his arm.
down and under into like the white vest.
Yeah.
underneath that, I think.
What is that called? The flak or something.
Yeah.
I'm like learning all this terminology.
Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah,
It's like going in there.
it doesn't go in the pants, my friend. It does not go in
Hey,
the pants.
it was a good guess.
Do you think anyone said anything like in the comments? Are they like, yo?
Oh my god.
You know how bad that air would smell?
No, nothing.
I'm the only one that noticed.
Fred, keep doing you. Keep putting out
beautiful
this content.
video. Not my vibe.
I don't think he only
vibe.
does like these. This is just like one he did.
Yeah.
Like for nerds, right? But he's like an ASMR guy, which quite relaxing. I'm not gonna lie.
It wasn't for me.
Well,
I wouldn't be able to sleep if I was listening to this guy.
Well, I would sleep like a baby.
I guess you're the target audience, not me.
All right. Well, definitely go.
I fall asleep too. You were the chosen one.
And I'm weird. All right. Definitely go give Fred's Voice ASMR a follow. Give him some love.
Watch this video. Tell us what you think.
Yeah, tell us what you think.
Is it relaxing or is it
honestly, I just thought it was the funniest thing ever seeing like this like the beginning of the video. This.
The pitter patter.
The pitter. No.
Oh, it makes my skin crawl. I guess I'm the opposite of whatever ASMR is.
I mean, to tell you the truth, I don't care for ASMR.
But it's making me anxious, is what I'm saying. Like this puts people to sleep, and I'm like, my skin's crawling. Maybe it's because of the headphones. I don't know. It's
something.
It's a lot.
But yeah, I really enjoyed that. That was really entertaining.
Thank you for traumatizing me with that.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you, Fred.
Thank you, Fred.
All right. Silva, you sent us some stuff here?
Yeah.
Do it.
All right. Which one do you recommend?
The Lego or the man?
The left one first, actually.
Left one first?
Be a topic.
Okay. All right, let's pull this up.
I know it's going to spark conversations.
All right. Ready?
All right. I've noticed that when I don't like something about Star Wars, the solution is typically more Star Wars. For example, in Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, when Order 66 happened, it bothered me that none of the clones disobeyed Order 66. Like, none of them? Come on, they've been working with the Jedi so closely all this time. And then Clone Wars came out, and the inhibitor chips were revealed. And all of a sudden, it makes total sense. Now I watch Episode 3, like, of course, Order 66, inhibitor chips, we're good. We're totally good.
Yeah.
And then in the Clone Wars cartoon, when Ahsoka defends herself against all those clones, while all the other Jedi just drop like a sack of potatoes, it bothered me a little bit, but I didn't mind it so much because I really wanted Ahsoka to live, right? I wanted her to get through because I love Ahsoka. But then they did Tales of the Jedi and showed her training with the clones in case she ever got shot by a whole bunch of droids. But so she trained for that exact situation.
Yeah.
Problem solved. Just, we need more Star Wars.
Yeah.
I
Beautifully
mean,
said.
You don't know how many arguments, not that I am arguing with people, but like I'll see arguments online and it's literally just people are ignorant, which is fine. Like, I'm not expecting everyone to know everything about Star Wars. No, but they will fight as if they know everything.
Hey.
Like, they're so confident in how wrong they are. It's insane.
How long have I been saying that? How long have I... Look, my go-to response, since even before, like, the Disney purchase, was like, read the comics.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't like this about whatever.
You're like, but that's not how it is.
It's explained in the comics.
Yeah.
And guess what? At the time, it was canon. And there's a lot of receipts I can come out with and
honestly,
show you that
just
it was.
link people the Wikipedia article. That's it. Like, don't even like write it all out.
I mean,
if
you want to stay ignorant, stay ignorant. That's all I'm saying.
I just think it's funny. Not that people are wrong, but just like they are so confident. Like, they'll fight like back and forth 30 times before they'll Google something.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
Yes, that's my whole life. It's been that.
I'll be like, oh, maybe I'm wrong, and then I'll like Google it, and then I'm like, oh, I was wrong, and then I'll respond.
Oh my god.
It's okay to be wrong, and it's okay to not know everything.
Classic one.
Because no one knows everything.
Classic one. Like pre-2012.
Okay.
Boba Fett's not that cool. He died in episode 6.
Yeah.
It's like, no, he didn't. He fell in the Sarlacc in episode 6, but he got out. He survived.
Yep.
He's alive. He lost his ship for a time. He had the Slave 2 for a time. You know? But he's alive. No, he's not. Where? What movie? You didn't even watch Star Wars. It's like,
bruh.
Read the comics. Read the books.
Yeah.
And it wasn't me claiming I'm a bigger fan than you.
Yeah, you're just like,
I know more than you. It's like, no, you don't know what you're talking about.
You're just wrong.
You're just wrong.
It's okay.
It's okay, but... And then those are like the people that like, look at this guy.
Yeah.
Doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
And it's like...
And then the Book of Boba Fett comes out and people are like, he survived?
No. But what's funny is that
like,
even after 2012, I vividly remember after that, those same people were like, oh, well, it's not canon anymore, so he's dead. Right? So they came, like, that would be the response. And then there was, like, I can't remember who it was or where it was, but there was, like, an article. I think it was in, like, the Star Wars Insider magazine or something like that. Or someone said that, like, Star Wars had come out and said that Boba Fett was not dead.
Okay.
Like, they just said, no, he did survive. He got out.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, guess what? They said it.
Yeah.
Like, well, it's not in a show or in a movie. It's only in the comics that aren't canon anymore. And it's like, well, whatever. He's alive.
You're like...
And then we got the Book of Boba.
Yeah.
Right? Or, well, we got Mando.
Yeah.
We got Mando with that little tease with the spurs. And immediately I heard the spurs. I was like, that's Boba Fett.
Yeah. Who else?
That's Boba Fett. Who else? Who else has those spurs? We've never heard anyone else with spurs in Star Wars except for Boba Fett. Yep. And they were still arguing. It's not Boba Fett. He's dead.
That's obviously a cowboy.
It's obviously Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. And then we got Book of Boba Fett, Mando season 2.
Yeah.
And then Book of Boba Fett. Whatever. Anyway, that's just my example.
Yeah.
Like, that was my whole life. Friends, just classmates.
Yeah.
You know, like, he's dead.
Yeah. But yeah, this guy is right. Like, Star Wars is so expansive.
I totally forgot what we were talking about.
This Star Wars is so expansive. Like, there really is an answer for everything.
There is, yeah.
Like, there's a reason for everything. There's an answer for everything. There's a backstory to everything. That's what makes it so good.
Yeah, no,
so it's
exactly.
Like, if you only watch the movies, that's fine.
Well, that's the thing.
But you're getting like 25% of the lore.
Yeah. Well,
if you don't watch or read anything else.
Exactly. That's always been my argument and my point, is that even before with the old EU, that was all canon.
Yeah.
Except for like Splinter of the Mind's Eye.
Yeah.
And like maybe a couple other things. But for the most part, it was all canon.
Yeah.
It was all part of the Skywalker story it was all part of the Star Wars saga.
Yeah. Why were they going to release things that didn't happen?
Except for the Infinities comics, which were literally from the beginning, and in the description they tell you this is an alternate timeline.
Yeah, it was like what if.
It's a what if. It's literally Star Wars what if. Star Wars Infinities. Check it out. And they're still cool. Like, those are still really good comics. But aside from that, everything was canon.
Yeah.
Every book, like the Thrawn trilogy, when it was coming out, all it was marketed as was the next chapter.
Yeah.
In the Star Wars story.
And it was just as much Star Wars as the movies were.
Exactly. Same with Shadows of the Empire.
Yeah.
Same with Dark Empire.
Yeah.
So many things. And all I would tell the friends around me, like, you know, the people around me, was like, look, I'm not telling you you're a fake fan because you don't read the comics. I'm saying, if you want more Star Wars, if you have problems with
like, if you want to know what happens,
it happens in the comics. And it's just, you know, comics, especially back then, were cheap. They were easy to get. Like, they weren't accessible. They were accessible. I mean, still are now, but, you know, there's all these variants and stuff, but whatever.
But if you wanted to hear the story, you could find it.
Yeah, if you wanted more Luke Skywalker, there was loads of books.
So there's these
and
things
comics
called libraries. You get a little card.
There's this thing called your local comic shop that's going out of business probably
because you didn't buy any.
And all you do is like, there's no new movies, there's no new shows. Why am I gonna pay attention? Well,
here's an idea.
There's a lot.
Read.
There's a lot. And you don't. I mean, again, you don't need to, but there's always Star Wars. There's new Star Wars every week.
Yeah.
Every week there's new Star Wars. And then even now, same example, but present day. The new canon, there's comics every week.
Yeah.
There's a new expanded universe, a new EU that is canon.
Yeah.
So if you're like, well, there's no new episode of whatever this week.
Yeah.
Well, there's a new issue of Bounty Hunters out this week. There's a new issue of Han Solo and Chewbacca out this week.
Yeah.
There's new Star Wars.
Yeah.
There's always been new Star Wars. So it's like that's all literally all I've ever told people. It's like it's there if you want it. But
or you can keep arguing with people about things you don't know, but
exactly. But see, there's a distinction. It's not if you don't read any of the expanded universe stuff, new or old. I'm not saying if you don't read it that you don't have a say.
Oh yeah.
It's when they come in and they're like,
they don't know and they tell you that you don't know. They're like,
you don't know what you're talking about. You're ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then you're like,
huh?
But
are you gaslighting me?
You know what I mean? It's like that's when there's an issue. That's when I'm like, okay, dude, like shut up.
Yeah.
Shut the hell up. You don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. But yeah, that's when it's like I don't deal with people.
Yeah, you just like walk away. Whatever. Just walk away.
But there's a difference. There's a difference between like, oh, I didn't know that happened. I'm gonna go read it, or I didn't know that happened. I'm gonna read about it on Wikipedia.
Literally,
I'm gonna go.
It's a Google search away.
Watch a YouTube video about it. That's all it is. Like most of my Star Wars knowledge, YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube, because
I still
haven't read every comic and every book and every, like with Darth Bane, a lot of that was because of being online.
Yeah.
Or watching YouTube videos because I didn't have the books.
Yeah.
I didn't have the books, but I wanted to know what,
the story,
who he was, what was up. So I pretty much knew the entire story, who he was, everything he did, but I had never read the books. And then just recently when I read them, blew me away.
Yeah.
Blew me away. And I was like, I don't know how I didn't push myself to read this sooner.
Yeah.
Because
it's so good.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I haven't read because I also wait to complete certain comic series to read, the whole thing. But there's a lot I have read. And it's not because like I'm trying to prove I'm a bigger fan. No. It's just, I love Star Wars. I want more Star Wars. So I'm going to, if there's no movies, which for like 10 years there weren't.
Yeah.
There were only comic books and novels. Well, that's what I did.
Yeah.
That's what there was. That's the Star Wars that there was. Yeah. So if I want more, I'm gonna read it and not complain. Yeah. Like I'm not gonna complain that there's no Star Wars when there obviously is.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's end rant. We got another clip here.
Lego.
So let's see. These are always fun.
So this evil wizard sent this red ninja to fight two good wizards, but Ponytail Wizard found a magic child. So the red ninja offs Ponytail Wizard before getting sliced in half, which is all part of evil wizard's plan. So he gets another old wizard to hire this helmet cowboy to make an army of identical helmet soldiers. But the magic child becomes an angry child. He fights the old wizard, loses, then gets saved by the frogman. So the angry child fights the old wizard again, which is all part of the evil wizard's plan. He takes his head off, then he has to fight his master. His master takes his limbs, but then the evil wizard comes and makes him a robot, but the robot has a son, and then the son gets a sword from his dad's master, and then he has to fight the robot, evaporates, the son makes rocks fly with the frogman, he has to fight his dad, loses his hand, goes back to the frogman evaporates, has to fight his dad again, but then they team up to throw the evil wizard down a hole, then his dad becomes good again, and that's Star Wars. The end.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
Oh, brother! So this.
Oh my god, I loved that. I was like Star Wars in under a minute.
Brother.
Evil wizard.
Love that. That was really good. Evil wizard, frogman.
Frogman evaporates.
Hey, those are some high quality or potential sound bites right there.
Oh yeah, you'll have to run
Frogman, robot.
Yeah,
there's a lot.
Yeah,
there's a lot. So you're back with the big headphones?
Yeah.
I just noticed.
I tried the tiny ones, but they kept falling out of my ear, and I was like, I don't want to be annoying people with like always messing with it.
So. Oh, like how I do it.
I guess I have weird ears. I don't know. So I'm wearing the big ones. I'm a DJ.
No, yeah. These work better for me, but I did find out that this ear hole is smaller than this ear hole. So I had to switch out the little bud.
Oh, yeah.
For the smaller one.
On one side.
On one side. Which... And it does, like, tickle sometimes, so I'm, like, in the middle of the episode.
Yeah, they're kind of, like...
You know?
Yeah, weird. You can, like, feel it in there. It's like... nothing.
Yeah. But, I mean... The other one's kind of, like, after a while...
They're
hit
heavy.
Your head,
yeah.
You know?
It is what it is.
It is what it is. But, yeah, I mean... You do you. Or we can try and find you some, like, more comfy ones that are light.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like some layer ones that look like...
Ooh, little buns. That'd be cute.
Yeah, that would be cute. We can make them.
Little cinnamon buns.
I don't know if they have them.
Yeah, I'd probably have to make it.
Yeah. How would we make that?
You can buy, like,
cinnamon
the buns,
buns?
like, the hair. They put it in, like, a hairnet. So it's like a clip.
Oh.
So you could just literally glue those on. But it might be a little too big because these are already big, and then to put the big buns might be like
almost like hair.
Yeah, but they might be like we'll see. We'll mess around with it.
Just wear the Padme,
or I'll just like
the Padme moose head.
Yeah, I'll do the full send.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we're running out of time here. Only thing I'll bring up is it's new comic book day, since we were talking about comics. Ooh. And you know, the that good shit. You know what I mean? So we got only 2 new issues out today, but still, you know, some good shit. We got Bounty Hunters number 30.
Ooh.
I'll do it on my close up. So Bounty Hunters number 30. Look at that. So this is the cover A, and then there were 2 variants. So one of them is for the 40th anniversary of Jedi.
That's
Boom. Sick. Boom. There we go. I've been really loving the anniversary covers.
Yeah, that's
and
really cool.
then there was this Bosk variant, which looks like it's Deathstick holding a knife at him.
He's got a knife.
Which, if you don't know who Deathstick is, she's a really cool bounty hunter.
Yeah.
I think it is. I think she's a bounty hunter. But she's like she's a witch from Dathomir.
Oh, really?
If I'm remembering correctly, yes.
That's cool.
And her costume is really cool. Really, I showed you her a while ago, and I was like, you should cosplay her, because that would be awesome.
I don't know if I remember
and I don't think anyone has cosplayed her. Really cool character in the series. I know I said last week that I was gonna catch up on all my comics, but this week was insane, so I didn't have a chance to. But I'm gonna try and do that this week, so we can like talk about these storylines. Mm-hmm. I'm like 3 issues behind. 2 or 3. We've been busy.
Unacceptable.
But I'm here. I'm getting them. And then this is my favorite one. So my favorite series right now is the Han Solo and Chewbacca series. Look at that. This cover is amazing. So this is the second to last issue. There's only going to be 10. So I'm excited because a lot of stuff happened in the series. Like I said before, they're like Han and Chewie's chemistry in this series is like
they did it perfectly.
And then there's this Han variant.
I love that's like
finger.
One of my favorite like memes.
there okay, sweet. But there it is.
I love it.
Yeah, I love it. I had to get it.
The Han point?
Yeah, the Han point to 3PO, right? I think it's the 3PO.
I can't remember, to be honest.
And he's like, I'm trying to tell you that the hyperdrive isn't working. And he's like,
yeah.
No. Te pego.
Yeah, literally. Fuck around and find out.
He's like, 3PO's like, no, not that one. Not that one. Arakel.
Uta tuta solo.
Like that.
You just had to fit it in there, didn't
He's
you?
in it.
Okay.
He's in it. Uta tuta is in it.
Okay. Uta tuta.
Anyway. All right. I think that's all the time we have, though. But again, check out your local comic shop. Go read some comics because, if you're like, I need more Star Wars, there's not enough. There is. Just go to the comic shop. But yeah. Good episode.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
We had a lot of fun. Hope you guys did too. Thank you so much for making it to the end of the episode.
Thank you.
Please rate, review, subscribe, like the video, all that fun stuff. It really helps us out and helps us reach more people. And again, if you've got anything to send us, anything you'd like us to talk about or watch on the podcast, please do so and send that to punchitchewiepodcast@gmail.com. We're always checking that. And thank you guys so much. And we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.